Hey, it's Josh. I wanted to break down maybe another post that I do showing some of the tools and just some of my thought processes as I go through it. So right now I have Ahrefs pulled up with our top pages at Friday. And one of the posts that is kind of interesting is this one about goal ideas. I wrote this in the fall of, or I commissioned this in the fall of 2021 to get it for 2022. And it's all about goal ideas, and it's done pretty well. It gets like 2,800 sessions per month or so, according to this. And you can see it's ranking for one of these keywords. So I'm going to pull up, but my main keyword wasn't good goals for 2022. It was actually goal ideas. So I'm going to pull that up and just see where it is. So when I type in goal ideas, and you can see all the different things here. My average position for this query is at 4. So I have the image pack, then I'm behind something called Cute Little Paper, 52 monthly goal ideas, and then here's our post here, right ahead of another one about developing good habits. So mine, because it's personalized to what I visit often, it may be a little off here, and it says in Ahrefs I'm at 4. And that's about where I am at here too. So what I'm going to do is just go through some on-page things to look at as I'm going through the page and reconsidering it. I did publish this post pretty recently, but I'm sure there's a few things that I could fix from an on-page perspective. So let me pull this up. 20 potential goal ideas for 2022. And then I'm going to also pull up another tool I use often. This is SEO Minion. And it's just a Chrome browser or a Chrome extension to help me find some of these key points, like analyze the on-page SEO, highlighting the links, check broken links, SERP preview, which is really interesting. It'll show you what that is. I don't use that a ton. Mostly what I do is analyze the on-page SEO. So I'm going to click that. And right now I can see that Google is pulling my meta title. I thought it might pull my H1 from the page itself, which is why, but we can see here that right now it's pulling my meta title. And so one of the first things I notice is my competitors, my content competitors in the SERP have numbers in their titles. So they have 100, they have 52 here. And I kind of did a test where I had 2 numbers in the H1, but not in the meta title. So that would be one of the first things I change, is to go ahead and add 20 goal ideas here, set your yearly goals for 2022, and see what happens as far as gaining a couple spots maybe in the SERP. So that's one thing to look at. And next, I can also see on my description that it's a little bit long. Some people don't think the meta description is as valuable. To me, just a few extra minutes doesn't really hurt. So I'm going to go ahead and shorten this down. So that would be another thing on my list. So add a number to the title. And then secondly is shorten the meta description. I'm actually taking some notes here myself. All right, so let's keep going through. This isn't actually the first time I've written about goals. I've written about it a few times. And so that helps Google know that we're becoming an expert on this topic, or at least familiar with the topic. So I have one here about goal setting guide, and then another post on professional goals. So here's my goal setting guide, and I have a link out from the goal ideas to this post. Then how to set team goals is another one. I'm not sure if this one links to the team goals. We don't really talk about that one as much, but I can go back over here to SEO Minion. And what I'm going to do is check for highlighting all the links. And then I'm going to look for internal links. And you can see that I highlight literally everything on the page. But I'm going to scroll down. Digital journal app, daily log, weekly spread. That might be a few too many here, so that's one thing I'm going to look at. Here's some other ones about logging for bullet journal. Golden Friday should go, I believe that'll go to our product page. And here's the team goal. So I did link to that too. So linking out quite a bit to the related topics. I think that's important. And okay, so next what I'm going to look at is the actual content. Notice I repeat the title, again, I don't know if that's really helping me. I have the H1, then I have in the H2. So probably one of the first steps I'm going to make is to cut out this second H2 with kind of that repeats the title. That would be one quick thing to do. Also, a lot of blogs do kind of like this what is or why to explain at the top. I went ahead and tried to answer my question with this. I think that was important for a post like this. I might actually move this down, which is something I've been doing a little bit more. But this one works for me, especially because it answers its question and we go out to a very authoritative paper on the subject. This links back to like the original ResearchGate like PDF. So this isn't quoting from another article that's quoting something. It's a real article. So I think that helps there with our expertise and trust. Next, what I did here is I already mentioned having this kind of secondary header here, which I'm going to take out. But then my writer divided it into 3 different types of goals, I believe. Personal goal, professional development. And you can see what I did here is I actually put these in H3. And I don't think that's necessarily the right approach. What I wanted was for Google to pick up all of the H2s, which it did, as you can see here, with the numbers. But these H3s might be throwing it off. So that's probably going to be my next edit, is to take out these H3s and just see kind of what happens. So I had there for professional, and then I also had personal growth goals too. You'll notice right here in the middle, I went ahead and put something about Friday. I didn't think it would hurt us, and I don't think it necessarily has, because I look over here and I can tell that Google skipped right over it because I didn't number it, and I did that on purpose. I put it as a H2, but I did not number it. So you can see 3, respond, don't react. Go over here, respond, don't react, and it goes straight to 4. It skipped over my unnumbered H2, which I think is just important to remember. The numbers do matter in a post. H2s do matter in a post, but in this case, I was able to sneak this one by it, and Google picked it up, or didn't pick it up, which is good in this case. So I think I would leave this here, but this would probably be one of my first things that I would move down if I was going to redo this post. And this might be a little bit long, especially with like the pricing information. So perhaps because it's such a top funnel post, I usually do these with my lower funnel post. I might remove this pricing information, or just maybe have this CTA right here, use Friday for free, no credit card required. I think the text breaks up okay. This is a little long. You can see I put like how to implement in there, maybe bold those just for like usability. And I did do it in each case, so that might be something, usability and readability. And then again, I have this professional development goal. May take it out, may just kind of put a subhead here for underneath each goal. That might be something to think about. Then I have this other video to break it up. And then same thing with lifestyle goals, what I mentioned earlier, maybe making that like use as a lifestyle goal or something like that. Number 20, and then final thoughts on goals for 2022. I mean, I could get kind of clever here and just say like 22 goals for 2022. I think that's what this site did, which we're currently beating them. You can see here that they divided it up into types of goals, where I just went for the very specific goals. It looks like this article did the same, very specific goals. I haven't looked enough at these pages to see like exactly why they're beating us. This may be a topic that they've written about like several times in the past. But that would be another step too, is to, okay, they just like bullet pointed their goals without numbering it. So it might be something to look at, is do I add a couple of these? I think 100 is a little bit overwhelming, or can I kind of beat this site on its own? So anyway, that's just my general thoughts about what I would do to help improve this post on goal ideas. Feel free to hit me back if you have any questions. Thanks.